Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. I want to start thanking all my co-authors and also the fishermen that have collaborated with us during this study. I'm going to show our results. Actually, there are the results that we obtained after being last year using underwater cameras to assess or to study dolphin trawler interactions in the north of Catalonia. It is located in the northwestern Mediterranean Sea. In this area, we see bottlenose dolphins really often, and more than 80% of the sightings that we conduct in the area are sightings of groups or individuals that are following trawlers, so they are interacting with the trawling activity. But we don't know the impact. There are no studies yet about the impact of this interaction on both dolphins and also the fishermen or the economical activity. So we wanted to know the nature of these interactions. What is going on? We know that they are feeding, but how are they feeding? Are they getting into the net? They are not, because this changes the risk that they are taking when they interact. So the way to do it is we decided to install underwater cameras on 3 different bottom trawlers that operate in the area between 50 to 100 meters depth. And we chose 2 different models, actually. The GoPro with a special housing, and also a Paralens Vaquita that actually is a tubular camera that you can see on the left side, or your right side in the screen. So these 2 cameras are small. We can deploy them wherever we want. They have a good sensitivity to light when we're working around 100 meters, and they are affordable, so we could install as many as we needed. So we deploy them in these different locations you see in the figure on your left. And then we deployed usually between 3 to 5 cameras, depending on the sea conditions and depending also on the fishermen, how much time we were allowed to lose. We installed them both inside and outside, facing forward and facing backwards, in order to explore the whole net and be able to know where the action is happening, because there are just few studies conducted and none in the Mediterranean, so we didn't know what was going to happen. And important, we never use artificial light. We just trust on the camera and the sensibility to light. So our results after 19 days, 43 trawls, actually 26 of them with dolphins that were present. We analyzed a total of 310 hours of footage. We obtained 329 behavioral events that then they were classified in several different behaviors, but we clustered 3 big ones. On one hand, traveling, that would be when the animals were just traveling alone or swimming along the net, which happened the 46% of the opportunities or in the events that we analyzed. And then foraging, which includes also feeding, which would be actually actively scan the net and then also catch the prey, would happen the 52% of the time. The 1% that is not here is because it's others, because we saw some social behaviors, not many, and also behaviors like trampolining or scratching the bodies against the net. All interactions were observed outside of the net and none inside. So actually all the action happened in the middle of the net, in this squared area. This is where feeding was happening. Traveling happened just in the cod end, or mainly the cod end, and also in the headline. And the dolphins were interacting, as I said, outside, not inside, and the way that they were interacting was this way. So they were scanning the area, and they were just taking the fish that got trapped or in the mesh of the net. As you can see right here, this is anchovy, so the animal will go and picks the small fish that got trapped. Then another way also would be coming straight to a mackerel, actually, that is here, trapped, takes it and goes away, and like this, several lots of images. So in conclusion, this is the first insight, so the first result. It was really hard actually to manage to figure where the action was happening and how to put the cameras. So these are the first insight, as I said, of how dolphins behave when they are, or how they feed when they interact with trawlers. There's no evidence so far that they go into the net, so probably that means that there's less risk for them to get bycatch, but that's really the first results. We really want to go further, keep researching, and be sure that we are not skipping the population or the individuals that are specialized in this behavior. For fishermen, same, so far seems that it doesn't have a big impact on their catch, because they are feeding on these animals that were entangled or catch in the mesh of the net. So they are feeding on fish that probably they won't eventually sell. So far, we think that underwater cameras are an effective way to study interactions between trolling and dolphins, and it's actually good to keep improving, and we want to keep researching to be able to, in the future, be able to apply mitigation measures that are adjusted to each situation and each population or group of dolphins in the different areas. So yeah, thank you. If you want more information, I have more footage, so anything you need, I will be here.
Thank you, Natalia.